So I just bought 9 mystery resale boxes off a Facebook Marketplace listing, and it's time to figure out what's inside of them. You guys heard that right. I had to give some credit to my partner Airval here, because he was the one last night that was doing some looking around on Facebook Marketplace, and he ran into this listing. Now this listing was for 9 boxes, and the description simply said that it was going to be a good buy for resellers, and that it included things like video games, books, DVDs, media, and trading cards. Now of course this had me extremely curious, and for the low price of just $150, I figured it might be worth the risk. So in today's video, we're either going to find out if we are going to make out like bandits on this lot, or if I got totally played and we bought terrible stuff and totally wasted $150. But there was only one way to find out, and I didn't want to let this opportunity slide by, so now in front of me I have all 9 of those boxes, and we're going to open them up here on camera. Before we do though, I will recommend that if you guys are new to the channel and you haven't already subscribed, be sure to go down below and do that. Also leave a like on this video if you enjoy it, and with that, let's get into the first box. So the first box is here beside me now. Let's go ahead and get all the contents out and see what's in it. So I just got the first box emptied, and it's kind of looking a little bit bare. I mean, let's take a look here. DVDs and media aren't certainly something that I sell a lot of, but they're definitely something that I'm interested in expanding into, especially because you can get them for so cheap and you can sell a lot of volume of them. There's some Blu-ray discs here. There are some CDs. This is kind of cool. This Iron Man covered DVD here. This has me curious. Do these have anything inside them, or was I totally scammed and these are all just empty cases? Okay, yeah, it does look like there's stuff inside of it, and this was a Blockbuster one that was sold for $7, so we might make something on it. Looks like we got our first video game, a copy of MW2 here that is very faded, but yeah, sure enough, the game is in there. Hopefully this wasn't the only video game that was in here that allowed them to add that as a keyword. Sealed DVD here might be worth something. More DVDs, a big old VHS tape. We've got a book here. This says textbooks from your bookstores where it was sold initially. Oh, but it's all been highlighted. Uh-oh. Another pile of DVDs. Kung Fu Theater is sealed. Do I have to say anything else? I don't think that this box was a big win. It's time for box number 2. This one felt quite heavy. Okay, now we're talking. I mean, at least this one has some substance. We've got a couple PC games down here. We've got a good pile of books, a couple of which are pretty big, might be worth something, who knows? A pile of DVDs here, pile of CDs here, another pile of DVDs here, some of which are sealed. Interestingly enough, it looks like these may have all been from Amazon, or somebody was trying to sell them on Amazon, because there's a couple tags on the inside of these boxes that would suggest that. So perhaps their Amazon store didn't work out. They decided they were just going to sell everything, and now I have it. Anyway, are we at $150 worth of stuff yet? No, but this is still the second box, so let's check out the third one. Box number 3 here, guys, and this one's feeling a little bit lighter. All right, so here's a look at everything that was in that box, and I mean, this little amount of stuff in that big box, I don't know, might be a little bit of false advertising there in the listing, because this one wasn't filled to the brim. But all jokes aside, we do have some stuff here. I don't know if we're gonna get our 150 back though off just this. You see, it all depends. If we have a couple DVDs in here or a couple books that are worth like 20-30 bucks, then maybe we can add those guys up and get our money back. But so far, it's looking a little bit weak. Although, hey, I mean, some of these are good titles. The Dark Knight on Blu-ray, I'm not sure what we can get for that, if we're gonna be listing these individually or not. Okay, well, let's keep going and see if this stuff gets better. Box number 4 here, more DVDs. If I knew anything about DVDs and movies and what they sold for, I might be able to tell you that these would be worth something or worth absolutely nothing, but unfortunately, I just don't know. I'm assuming that if we bulk them up, maybe we can get like 50 cents a piece, but if they're any good, maybe I'll look them up and look through a few of them and pull out the ones that are maybe worth listening individually, and then just bulk up the rest. I mean, what can I say? Box 5 looking kind of the same. More DVDs. I mean, there's some interesting ones here. Entourage, if you wanted to watch part 1 of season 3, then I guess there you go. Here we go. The Essential Massage. If that's not worth something, I don't know what is. But yeah, I mean, this box is a little bit better. I'm kind of hoping to see some more games or those sports cards that were mentioned, hoping that there's some money in those. So I think this is box 7 now. I mean, there's some more books, and I like to think that we can maybe get more money for the books than the DVDs, but again, I'm not really sure. What I'll end up doing, again, probably looking them all up individually, and maybe, I mean, if we listed all this stuff, we'd probably sell some of it, but it's just a matter of not spending all this time listing all this stuff and then having most of it just sit on eBay forever. Box number 8 now unloaded, and it looks like more of the same. We got a nice VHS set up here. We've got some more DVDs, more books over here. I'm thinking that these hardcover books down at the bottom here might be where the money is in some of this stuff. Some of it's sealed though as well, like this Jackie Chan thing here, so maybe that would be worth something on eBay. All right, I got box number 9 here beside me. They say to leave the best for last, and I think this has got to be the best because it's the biggest box here. I'm hoping that's full of some really valuable stuff that will turn this lot around and definitely make us our money. I think so far, we've probably made our money back, maybe, through a means of auctioning all this stuff off. But I'm hoping that with this box here, we can maybe turn a profit. So the first half of the last box is now unpacked here on the table, and I mean, it looks like some good stuff. I'm starting to think that we'll definitely make our money back. there's got to be some money in some of this stuff, right? Especially on eBay here. So I'm hoping that that's gonna all work out. But yeah, this is definitely like a lot of time consuming stuff, and maybe something that I might recommend some people stay away from. Anyway, let me get the second half of box 9 unpacked here, and let's take a look at what's in there. And so here's the second half of box 9, and let me just say, I'm not seeing any sports cards to this whole thing. And in terms of video games, we saw one. So I mean, a little bit of false advertising there, I'm not sure, but I'm not seeing it. Unless they've been swapping them out with the DVD cases, or the sports cards are hidden within pages of the books, I'm thinking that we didn't get any of the good stuff. Now, we did get a couple random accessories here. I'm sure it won't be worth anything and aren't related to books and DVDs. But yeah, wrapping it up, I mean, this was the end of box 9 and concludes everything that I picked up for $150. Now, let's say knowingly, if I'd seen this stuff for 150 bucks, would I have gone for it? Probably not, because I don't actually know anything about this stuff, but perhaps maybe one of you guys would have if you know what the value of some of these things are. Now, I know I'll probably get a couple comments saying that I helped clean out somebody's garbage pile, or somebody was unloading their bookshelf and just threw all the stuff they didn't want in a bag, and yeah, maybe I kind of did. Nevertheless, though, I'm thinking that maybe some of this stuff will be worth stuff on eBay. I just have a feeling that a couple of these books, a couple of DVDs here, maybe there's one that slipped through, they'll be worth some stuff on eBay, and we'll make this whole lot worth our money. Anyway, only time will tell with that. I'm gonna have to do a follow-up video to this where maybe we take a look at, maybe once I have everything listed, what it will all sell for, and we'll see how much profit is in this. Is it something that you should do though? Probably not. I mean, this was not the best investment, and starting out even, I would definitely not recommend just going to some mystery box to start off your eBay store. This is a bad way to do it. Let me know, guys, down in the comments below if this is something that you would have done. I'm curious to know, because it was something that I couldn't resist, and video games and sports cars got me excited, but clearly that wasn't what was included. Regardless, I still think we might be able to get our money back out of this stuff, so I'm not terribly disappointed, but I definitely was hoping for a little bit of better stuff. With that all said though, guys, I am going to go ahead and end today's video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to go below and smash the like button on it, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and follow up to the channel here and see if we're able to turn a profit on any of this stuff. I'll make a follow-up video here in the future once all this stuff's been dealt with, and we'll see how much money we can make. Any comments, questions, leave them down below. Let me know how stupid I am for buying all this stuff, or maybe you saw a gem and you can let me know how much it's worth. I'd appreciate that. And with that, I'm gonna see you guys all in the next video.